Good morning, Floyd Central, and welcome to Floyd Insider. I'm Ethan Edwards.
And I'm Jude Harrison. Kicking off the beginning of the second 9 weeks, we have quite the show lined up for you all.
You're right, Jude. We got everything from Harvest Homecoming to boys soccer and even the new trend on TikTok, devious licks.
And as seasons come and go, Harvest Homecoming will always be making its way to downtown New Albany.
Harvest Homecoming is from October 2nd to October 10th, and this event provides a festival experience for our community with things such as food, rides, music, drinks, ice cream, and even a pageant.
Now let's see what Harvest is all about.
Every year in the fall, the people of Kentuckiana come together for Harvest Homecoming. The Harvest Homecoming Festival was conceived as a means of bringing together the people of Southern Indiana to share in its wealth of talent, historic background, and beauty. The festival has been thriving and growing for over 50 years and is now drawing hundreds of thousands of visitors to New Albany, Indiana.
My name is Kylie Stewart. I'm a freshman here at Floyd Central, and I am your Miss Harvest Homecoming's outstanding team. I'm really excited to represent the community this year at Harvest Homecoming.
The festival has the streets of downtown New Albany lined with booths, food trucks, and games.
Harvest is a great way for small businesses and companies to come together and contribute to the community.
The festival holds many interesting events, like a pumpkin decorating contest and a dog show. The theme of Harvest Homecoming this year is the Roaring Twenties, so be sure to get out your pearls and feathers and come on down to Southern Indiana.
After seeing that, I can't believe some people have never been. And if that didn't make you want to go, then our next guest will.
Here to talk about it with us is Miss Harvest Homecoming, Ella Doddridge. Thank you for being here with us, Ella.
So Ella, for people that haven't been to Harvest Homecoming before, how would you best describe it to them?
I think the best way to describe Harvest Homecoming is just a fellowship of the community. We always come together to have so much fun every single year, eat tons of food, shop, and just make memories as a community as a whole.
So you are Miss Harvest Homecoming. What inspired you to do the pageant?
So when I was little, I was about 10 years old, I did the Harvest Homecoming Princess program just because I thought it would be something that was super fun. And I saw the queens, and I was really inspired by them that I want to do that someday. I want to be able to represent the community in that way. So I decided to compete for Miss Harvest Homecoming, and I ended up winning. So it's been a great experience, and I've gotten a lot of support from the community since then.
So do you think you've inspired any girls to want to do that?
I hope so. So my platform is Exponential Potential, mentoring others to believe in themselves. So over the year, I will make sure that I continue to mentor young girls and young boys across the state. So hopefully I can inspire some of them to compete in the Miss America organization as well.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Ella, and congratulations on being Miss Harvest Homecoming.
Thank you.
Ella isn't the only one at Floyd winning right now. Our boys soccer team is second in the Hoosier Hills Conference right now.
With a season record of 10-3, the soccer team is having a really good season. Let's take a look at how they prepared for such an amazing success.
Floyd Central boys soccer team is destined to be great this year. With a 71% win rate and only 3 losses so far this season, we're sure the boys will do great. Ranked 17th in Indiana and 173rd in the country, we're bound to take home a big win this season. I talked to player Ben Sisloff to learn more.
Hi, my name is Ben Sisloff. I'm a member of the Floyd Central soccer program. What I'm looking forward to most this season is sectionals, actually. It is next week versus Seymour at New Albany, so hopefully I see you guys there. That is definitely my classmates. There's amazing people in my grade like Dakota Hart, Bryce Johnson, Justin Cromwell, just amazing people who I love being on the team with that are just great to talk to during the game, great in practice, hardworking people who really push me to get better and love the sport more. Definitely do it. There's a JV and a varsity, and if you don't make varsity, I did JV 2 years and I loved it. It was so much fun. Many kids try out and you'll love your team no matter what. It's a great way to make friends and definitely build a foundation of just people you can talk to and hang out with at school. It's a great idea to get into as soon as you can, any sport. Bowling, soccer, Any program that the SC will provide, jump into it. It'll be a great experience. We'll make friends. Do it.
The boys will take on Kentucky Country Day this Thursday, September 30th at 7:30 p.m., so come out and support them.
All the hard work it takes to be a part of this soccer team, we have Bryce Johnson with us on the show today. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So, Bryce, when did you first start playing soccer?
So I first started whenever I was about 5 years old, but that's just whenever I played every sport, and I didn't start getting serious till I was about 10 or 11 years old.
So once you started getting serious, like how many practices do you think you had a week?
So whenever I started playing club soccer, instead of just like fun recreational soccer, it was about 4, sometimes even 5 a week.
How would you say that inspired you to keep on going?
So after trying out a lot of different sports, soccer just stuck with me, which was weird because no one in my family really played soccer, so I was kind of the first for that.
Really? After all those, do you have like a pregame ritual before your games, or?
So I don't really have a pregame ritual, but I do try to eat somewhat to the same thing every day.
Very good. So, well, thank you so much, Bryce, for joining us today.
Yeah, and good luck with the rest of your season.
Thank you.
If you've been in the halls lately, you might have noticed that some of the bathrooms have been closed.
You're exactly right, and it's gotten to the point where some teachers aren't letting their students leave class.
These devious licks are getting out of hand.
Our Zachariah Keevy is with Officer Woodruff at the scene of the crime. Let's see what he has to say.
Thanks, June and Ethan. I'm here with Officer Woodruff today, and we're going to be talking about the devious licks that have been going on. So, Officer Woodruff, can you tell me a little bit about the hazards that some of these licks,
Absolutely. Some of the hazards that I see with these licks is the destruction of property, and with the soap dispensers, nobody can wash their hands. In this day and age, with what's going on with COVID, whatnot, we really need that soap in the bathrooms to wash our hands. And also, if somebody were to break something and you got something sharp and somebody trips and falls, that causes a hazard within itself, and that's a safety concern.
So, what are some, we know there has to be consequences for these. What are some of the more major consequences that could be?
Well, that's a great question. So the state of Indiana, I've actually, we as the school resource officers here in this in our area have talked to the prosecutor's office, and they will prosecute for criminal mischief. So the state of Indiana, it's a Class A misdemeanor if it's a value of destruction of $250 or $750 all the way up to $50,000. I don't know about you, but I don't want a Class A misdemeanor on my record.
No, I would definitely not want that. So, you talk about class records. What kind of, what could this mean for you if you have this on your record? Because how could that affect your future?
Well, I think that would affect your long term. I would hope that whenever you get a job, you would have to put that on your application. Have you ever been arrested for anything? And unfortunately, that would show up.
Wow. Well, thank you for being on the show today. It was great having you. It was great talking about these. Jude, I'm going to throw it back to you.
Hopefully everyone will keep those consequences in mind next time they use the restroom.
And from devious licks to boys soccer and Harvest Homecoming, we hope you all have a great second quarter and stay out of trouble. I'm Jude Harrison.
And I'm Ethan Edwards, and this has been an FCTV production.